I'm surrounded by ghouls, moving through life without purpose. Yeah. Sacrifice of happiness for someone else's success. What a circus. I just got to live my life the way I want to. And I've got to find a way to get through to you. Well, I'm doing my part so I can resist life's temptation. I'm in a confrontation with society's expectation of me. I don't need your permission to be. Hello, good night. Goodbye, bad vibes. Hello, blossoms. If the spring peace of mind is everything. Hello, you. Hello, me. I just want to be the best version of me. I was running on the hamster's wheel, around and around without purpose. Ooh, fueled by broken promises, a comfort to an optimist. Life's a circus. I just had to walk away from their institutions. Yeah. And I've got to get away from their indoctrination. You know why? 'Cause I'm doing my part so I can resist life's temptation. I'm in a confrontation with society's expectation of me. I don't need your permission to be. Hello, good life. Goodbye, bad vibes. Hello, blossoms. In the spring, peace of mind is.
I'm gonna bring it back from the top, but for my own emotions, I need to take a break from this song. This is a powerful song. I think it's that kind of song that transports you to a moment where in your mind you're suddenly sitting just looking out a window and you're listening to this and you're vibing and it's telling your story without knowing your story, and it's pretty powerful. In studio with us is the artist behind this song. He is Guyanese. Colle Kharis is the name. Am I saying it right? Colle Kharis?
Colle Kharis.
Colle Kharis. Colle Kharis. Good morning to you. Welcome to 98.1 Hot FM. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Colle Kharis. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for welcoming me. You know, born in Guyana on the East Coast. And I'm happy to actually, you know, be representing Guyana every day of my life. So, you know, that's what it's all about, you know, putting out good music and, you know, want to make music that people, when they listen to it, they're proud to be Guyanese and proud to get that representation. So we're here and representing.
We appreciate you for that. And this song and a couple of the others I'm going to play for you guys are of his 2023 album, which came out just in June, the book of Colle Kharis. You guys can check it out, especially to those of you who are on Spotify, because I already followed you and you dig the vibe. Sometimes it just takes one song to tell the story of the artist, and we can see so much depth in your style of writing and your music and what you bring to the fore. Let's talk about how you got into music. Walk us through it, because young boy from the East Coast, when did you realize that, you know what, music has some kind of influence or calling in your life?
Well, I don't want you to get a charge for defamation, because the young boy thing, I'm about to age myself. so I actually get into music. My dad, he was big into music. He used to work for GDF. And on Saturdays, he used to sit down pretty much all day, playing his 4 to 5 records, flipping them over and over. So pretty much that's how I actually get into loving music. And right now I kind of have an engineering background, but that actually stemmed from there too. So what I did, I took an old speaker, I fabricated it into a microphone, hook it up, play some of his records, the instrumental side, and I started just jamming out to it and record it on a little cassette deck. And just developing right there. And what really made me start taking it serious was when we started watching. They used to have Sting back in the Sting Song Clash, when the Sting Clash and the Reggae Sunsplash. And once I saw that and see other, people who look like me, black, representing, that's what really gave me that desire to go out and say, yeah, I can do that too. So that's why representation is important, because you never know how somebody's going to impact your life or your trajectory in life. So that's how come I started that way.
Was the support there from the inception, from your family, especially your dad, already involved in music to some extent?
Definitely. My family pretty much support anything I do that's have a positive outcome. And they're my biggest supporters. So it's always been there. And, even when I was in New York doing it, you still have to feed yourself so you can do your regular job. But, and Caribbean family, education, take care of that, get a job, but
you can still dabble in yourself.
Yeah, the support was always there.
That's pretty cool. And I like the fact that you still ensure that you showcase Guyana in your music, because it could be easy for you to hide it. I always say, it's easy, we can hide, we can blend in anywhere we go. But getting into the music, even through your day job and after your day job, getting into the music and making sure that you're here to share your story and your music with us. Why is it important for people to, one, know your music, but more than that, know that you are a Guyanese artist as well?
Well, like I said previously, representation makes a big difference. There's every single song on this album speaks on a different aspect of my life. And if anybody take anything from this interview, especially anybody who want to get into the arts, is that you have to tell your own story, because there's a lot of people out there that's going to be going through the same either struggles or similar struggles, that whatever you put out or present to them might have a positive impact on their life or may change their life in a positive way. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted people to give me that message. Now when you listen to the music, you might have a different impact, but that's kind of message I want to put out there. Is like, put your you first, put yourself out there, and people accept it. You don't have to follow anybody or try to pretend to be a certain way. So that's kind of my message I want to put out.
I like that. And not only are you dabbling in the music, but I wanna put a little plug in here as well too, because I've noticed some of our Guyanese artists are recognizing this to be able to put a brand out there that people know who you are. So it's not just the music, but also they get that imagery to relate, to have that correlation between the two. You have branded merchandise as well, that supports your artistry. Tell us a little bit about
branding
that.
Is important, especially in this era, especially for any form of art. In this era, the music business has changed so much, and you can't rely on just your music to take you, especially if you're trying to get any type of financial gain or a specific level of recognition. You have to have some other form of presenting yourself or showcasing yourself. And I treat my brand as an art. Every aspect of it is an art, and I present it. And when you see the designs, it's a piece of art. So it's important for you, especially if you want to have longevity beyond just the music, because music is going to last forever, regardless if it's good or bad. It's going to last forever. It's going to be out there. But branding is very important.
For sure. Just before we continue, I'm going to give you guys a taste of something else so that you can enjoy what he's bringing to you. This one is called A Good Day. You want to tell him a little bit of something before we get this one?
So this song, Usually I do this after the song, people into perspective. This song have a happy summer vibe, almost like a barbecue vibe. But in fact, I'm a military veteran, 100% disabled military veteran. So, you know, a lot of stuff happened in the military. And so a lot of my military cohorts, you know, people who I serve with, suffer from PTSD, depression, anxiety, and I'm included in that group. And this song is pretty much me saying, depression or PTSD, you can't ruin my day. So once you get that perspective, you know, the song have a totally different meaning.
Yeah, let's take a listen. 11 hours 8, you're rocking with 981. To that one, right? They can relate to that one. You don't want nobody, nothing, not inside your mind or in your physical space to mess up your good day. Nobody likes that. That's, I tell you, it's interesting how you write because you're telling from a personal space, but these are messages that everyone can find their own little story out of that, or it can connect to whatever is happening with them.
Yeah.
And you know Mondays is that day that you're hoping for a good day. It's a new month, but then, they just keep piling on all this stuff. Or you're just thinking about, you know, the bills and having to manage life and everything else. That's pretty cool. Now, you're managing so much. You got your branding, you've got your music. But not only that, you're doing this kind of solo because you've got your own label. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the label.
So my label is called Rock Jam Records, and I started it in 2005-ish when I produced my first album called Define Versatility. Significantly different from this album, you know. That was a more young boy thing, you know. Just hear a beat there, I can work on that. But this one is more strategic. It has more intellectual aspects to it, you know. More social responsibility to what you put out there, you know, because regardless what people say, music has a lot of power. So, and I take that to heart. So that's kind of how I run it. But yeah, so that's why I do all my music through it. And I actually have a parent company called Star Apple Creative, which oversees, when actually, you know, it's a whole, that's the guy in the right there, Star Apple. Yeah, so that kind of oversees my whole business aspect. But yeah, man, going independent. The reason I did that and start my own label is just because I want to maintain control and ownership of all my work. And everything I own. I can, if a movie come to me and said they want to use one of my songs in their film, everything come to me, and I don't have to go through a middleman when you usually end up getting like maybe 5% and they take everything else. So, and it's a good place to be. So.
And you know, we do have a lot of our Guyanese artists that will come through, especially when I'm on. And for some persons out there listening, they might be thinking, okay, this sounds pretty good, but hard? How hard is it? That's a better question to ask, to be an independent artist, regardless of where you are.
Okay, so in my experience, so this is the benefit that you would get with being signed. Exposure. You know, they have a quicker way of getting you exposure because they put a lot of money behind you to get you famous. I have a different mindset. I'm not interested in fame. I'm interested in longevity, putting good quality music out. And I have a more financial perspective or ambition. It's like, okay, if I do, let's say we'd be talking back in the CD, if I sell 10 CDs and I make $100, it's coming to me. If you go in a record label, you might sell, I don't know how much thousand before you even get that $100. So a lot of times you even making out a lot better being an independent. Most independent artists, if you know, a lot of famous artists went independent. Prince went independent just for that same reason, because he wasn't really making any money. So it's financially, and if you're out there trying to come out and be an artist, you know, you got to weigh your options and see what's best for you, because you know everybody have a different path or trajectory. So I would do that.
And the support is key, because it makes no sense of you being an independent, no matter how much, you know, a starving artist might sound like something you can cope with. It's another story to have to face that battle. And
this is a perspective I've heard somebody said recently that really put it into gear for me. Especially people who regardless of trying to be independent or not. Usain Bolt trained for 5 years just to run
one race.
One race. How long was that race? I can't remember. I don't know what his record. Seconds. A lot of artists give up on their career after 2. It's not a sprint. You just got to keep working on it, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just working on it, and even from the time to my album dropped to now, I've seen a significant following and movement. So as for encouragement of all the young Guyanese artists, just keep chopping away at it. Don't give up.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to think too, while you say longevity, I'm thinking about, you know, sometimes songs become even more popular beyond your time.
Exactly.
And think about what you might be setting as a foundation for your next generation or your future generations, because a lot of music today, you're seeing replications because they will need something new, and you can be that new sound that they'll have to go to at some point or the other. Switching gears, you talked about this particular album, and you know there's a lot more intellect being put into the music, a lot more consciousness, which is clear in what you're singing. Why did you make this shift now? Or do you think it's so important for that kind of message to be out there now?
I think a lot of time it's growth, mentorship. I think if I had within the music industry this type of mentorship, like somebody, you know, close to me, like saying, hey, you know, focus on this. Maybe I would listen, maybe not. You know, when you're young, you're hard.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's growth, and you know, I've been in academia for a while, and you know, you develop certain stuff, you get certain respect, and you start looking at life a little differently. You start picking up life experience. Like I mentioned, I was in the military for years, so all that life experience coming, and then you start having more of a social responsibility. So I think that's where it's come from.
For
more
sure.
maturity.
Yeah. We're going to let the folks get a chance to hear 3 more of your songs, and I'm going to bring back one in particular. I got to bring back that one, Life of Purpose. That was the first one you heard just before 11 o'clock. But as we start to wrap up our conversation, how can people follow you? How can they get your music? No, y'all can't go and bootleg it off YouTube. You got to go the legit way, and please support the thing, because if we don't support the thing, how you want people to support you later on, right? Let's go.
Yeah. So my music is everywhere, every streaming platform you can think on is on there. So, and for everybody out there, please follow me on social media. It's Colle Kharis, CollekHaris. Again, CollekHaris. And my website is collekharis.com. Spotify, Tidal, wherever you listen to your music legally, I'm on there. So I appreciate all the support.
Yeah. And I mean, it's easy as well to jump on Spotify, guys. Listen, go on Spotify. You can go there. That'll give you a chance to hear the music. I know we have this taste and buy mentality as well in Guyana. Yeah. That's a good way. We gave you a taste of it here on air. We're going to give you another taste in a bit. But as well, you can go on Spotify, go and support the thing. Go check out the website as well so you can see the merch. Especially if you believe in wearing branded or labeled t-shirt, but it must have a strong message or a positive message, something that you can relate to. You're gonna want to check out this merchandise. Trust me when I say this. I'm very particular with what I wear and what message I put out there. Trust me when I say this is the one that you definitely need to check out. Any parting thoughts you want to share with our listeners, the Guyanese people generally, or the other artists out there, especially those who are in school now coming up and thinking, you know what, I want to be like you someday?
Whoa, you don't have enough time. But like I said earlier, I'm a big believer in education. I actually have, if I remember correctly, 8 degrees. I've been in school since I touched America, and I haven't stopped till recently. I have my doctorate in education. And I would say one thing my mom told all of us is that education is one thing they can't take away from you once you get it. And believe me, it's a very powerful tool. Knowledge is power. So regardless of what path you want to take, music or not, because you got to know the music business. If you want to be an artist, yes, you might be talented. I would just go out there, learn the business, learn what it takes to make sure people don't take your money from you, because they will. So that's kind of my big advice. So whatever path you want to take, you learn everything about that area you want to indulge in.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And while you were saying that, I remember coming across a video the other day with TLC back in the day. And God rest her dead, Left Eye was saying, they asked them if they could go back, what would they do? And she said, if I could go back, I wouldn't sign with a label, because we're making all these hits, waterfalls and everything else, and we don't see a dime.
Exactly.
She said by the time we get a bit of money, that's enough to pay the rent. We can't even eat. And that's the reality with how things can go at times. So it's good to, as you rightly said, learn the business before you tap into it. Make sure you get an education. I think every Guyanese mother has said to their child, make sure you get an education and do what you want to do, yes, but make sure you're educated, because nobody can take you for a fool when you know what's going on around you. It's been awesome chatting with you, and I do hope that next time you're in good old GT, you can pop by and have a conversation with us again.
Definitely.
You're on socials as well?
Yes.
Okay.
At Colle Kharis.
Good. So
Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. Same handle.
That's CollekHaris. Go ahead and check the thing out, like the thing, follow the thing, and keep on top of it and support our own. So that when people saying we ain't got we own guy and we ain't got Guyanese artists, show them, because they plenty dotish. Anyway, it's been awesome chatting with you. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely wonderful. Not in the Mood is the one we're going to go to, then Black Beautiful Flower, and I'm going to bring back Life of Purpose so I can cry in peace as my thoughts start to reel, and I won't have to do an interview or much speaking after that, so I'll be able to get into my feels with this one. But you guys turn up the radio and take a listen. Thank you so much.
I've been waiting patiently for you to change the things you do. But the few times that you've tried, all I got was attitude. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood to be dealing with you. I'm too cold, I'm too tired, I'm too hungry, I am weary, it's too early, I'm not in the mood. The next move is on you. You stuck around long enough to get exactly what you need. Now you come around when there's something that you want. You must get past yourself and think of someone else. Cause when respect's out the door, love and admiration will follow for sure. And just when you thought everything was okay, it's not. Whoa. And just when I thought you were loyal, you just cannot. Beautiful black flower, no weeping willow. They love to hate you so. Golden brown, boys and girls, please stick around. Even though they want to see you go, they love to hate you. They imitate you, don't appreciate you. They tolerate you, they incarcerate you, won't rehabilitate you. Oh, they want to keep you down. You build your cities, they burn it down. You plant your corn, they chop it down. You raise your spawn, they shoot it down. You're still around, so hold your ground. How far we've come, despite Jim Crow. Unpaid restitution, now them tiptoe. We've toppled mountains, many more to go. Upon you this message I bestow. Beautiful black flower,